The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. The power was off. Fucking idiot moron bitch. Me in a courtroom. You stupid bastard. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Bitch, I'm ready. You know what to do. I've got this one. I saw it on the television. Ba 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 ba. Kachow! 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 Instead of saying objection, I would say kachow. Do you think they would accept that? Kachow! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. Ah! You couldn't have heard a television? Or a video. Oh! I will. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Oh, wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. The constant corrections are harming your credibility. He then saw it. That and you seem rather distraught. Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony. One more, please. Once more, please. One more again. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Oh, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Ain't no clock on the thinker statue. Rodin did not put a clock on that. Rodin. Actually, I didn't hear it. I saw it. A table clock. The murder weapon. Kachow! 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 He did put a clock on it? No, he did not. Kachow! Can I get some kachows? Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch you just tilted and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. Fuck! I see, so the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems now? Yes, I do. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Zardan, thank you so much for the 4 months. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. What was I going to say? I was going to say Kachow. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh, prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her! You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court? Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It? The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. Final after party, thank you so much for the 5 months. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
The daylight do differ. Look at the clock. I saw. Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Give him death.
Order in the court.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright? Your Honor, you claim that the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw It heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Oh shit. Try the clock! Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. We're not putting the cock in our wiener hole, do not worry. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
Because he said the difference was by 3 hours. Objection. Kachow.
Oh.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Kachow. Thank you, Saint Knife. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw It heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Saw It... Oh, that's me. So, Mr. Saw It, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about now?
Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? I mean, you can't prove that. You don't have a case.
He's right. I got to prove that. Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Indict? Indict? Indict. 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 Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Salt. Indict.
I came all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime.
Indict. Dict. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Yes, there is! Not so fast, Mr. Salt. Mia? I mean Chief? Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Jet lag! Lobster, thank you for the 3 months. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Elite, thank you. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ah, tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The last piece of evidence that I didn't touch, probably. Kachow! Disco, you're giving us up to your friend, GNU. Hello, 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 GNU. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Kachow!
Bob's Jam.
Mersanti, thank you for the 3 months. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Why he did that? Order, order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out different than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Confetti. And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. And did a murder. Ooh, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over!
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Wait, no, I mean bad, 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 bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was a... What do you mean, Phoenix, right? Just because she liked to sleep with people? Congratulations, Harry.
Harry!
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one.
I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. What's he doing with his arm? Do you see that? What is he doing?
Hey, here, take this. It's a present.
A present for me? Wait, isn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. Don't make that make you just want to cry.
Larry, are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Mia says women's rights. No, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Give him my defense attorney coin. The statue? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her, huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer.
Really, I am. Thanks.
Okay. Our first case, done. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. The Grim.
Mia says, every woman needs a few sugar daddies on the side. But that does mean they don't love you.
True, true. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah, oh, speaking of Harry, you're saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. Boopy, 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 boopy. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry, would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Brum, brum, brum.